Okay, we'll start off with a little bit of introduction of your team and team or group.
Okay, so we are a group that celebrates middle age. We do it through the Ajumma experience. My fellow Ajumma, Leanne, Kim, and I, we founded this group. We'll call it a group for now, back in 2017. Okay. And we did our debut flash mob at the San Diego Pacific Arts Movement. It's our local film festival for Asian films. And we did a flash mob to Supersonic during the gala's big party, which was fun and a big surprise to everybody there. Leanne and I are the founders, and our social media is ran by Jessica, who we could not exist without. And she is not Ajumma age, not even close. Okay. So therefore we call her the Ajumma in training. She has Ajumma heart, but no Ajumma wrinkles.
Okay. I watched like several flash mobs. No problem. And why flash mob though? Like you could have started a YouTube channel, even though you already have one. It could have been like a TikTok or something. Why did you think flash mob would be a great?
So would you expect a 40 to 50-year-old Ajumma to be doing a flash mob? Probably not. And that is why we chose the flash mob. It's not something you would expect Ajumma to come out and do. You know, we'll get a little more into the name Ajumma, why we chose that name. But Ajummas tend to be, you know, they were supportive to their families all along. They raised kids, many have. They are supportive to their spouses. They have their own jobs or careers in some cases. And many in our age group right now are now even supporting or helping aging parents. Mm-hmm. So we tend to be in the background a lot. So a flash mob really puts you out there, doesn't it? And so it puts you out there, and it's also shocking, and it's surprising, and it's a lot of fun. And it really requires you to go out of your comfort zone and to put yourself out there. So it's pushing a lot of the boundaries is why we thought that a flash mob would just be like, is it kind of the way we came up with that conversation is, wouldn't it be crazy if ... we did a flash mob?
Yeah, that's probably on like everybody else's bucket list, I guess. Yeah. And talking about family here, how did your like families handle the fact that your mom is now like a superstar?
Well, I have an older daughter, mm-hmm. and I have 2 teenage boys, and my boys, as well as Leanne's kids, they often help us. They'll carry some equipment around for us. So I would say they're very supportive. I think that they are proud and, again, stretch the boundaries and speak up and stand up for believing in ourselves and celebrating our middle-age status. And it's not something to be feared of, but to really grasp it and just charge forward. My younger son, Joshua, tends to remind me of how many views we have. Sometimes I don't want to know. I'm like, it is what it is. I'm not about the views. I'm just about, you know, putting ourselves out there and progressing the movement as organically as we can. And he told me yesterday that this one particular video had 3 million views as of yesterday. And that kind of blew my mind. So I think they're very proud. And my husband's very supportive, and Leanne's husband's supportive. And so we could not be more grateful to our families.
Another question. If you look at the choreography, there are like very cool moves, like also unexpected from Ajumas, including like Gangnam style dances and like. So who makes all these like moves, and what are the process of making them?
Yes. So we start off with selecting a song, and we usually pick a female artist. So we've done JJ Fad, we've done Missy Elliott, we've done Janet Jackson, and our most recent one was a Britney Spears song. Once we select the music, then we have a choreographer put the dance moves together. We've worked with Melissa all throughout. She's been our main choreographer, our only choreographer. And she'll come up with fun dance moves, and not too hard, because we are not, as you might see, professional dancers, but we try very hard, very, very hard. So Melissa is very gracious, and she works with us. She comes up with these moves. She does a lot of fun things. Since we all went through our 80s and 90s, probably that was the prime for many of us. She uses some of the movements that people would recognize, like, Fortnite. We had some Fortnite moves in one of our dance routines. We had the Carlton and various other ones that I cannot even remember the names. And of course, as you noticed, Gangnam style. So we try to put some of those in this because it's fun for us, but people identify with it, and hopefully it's fun for them.
Okay. And I know that you guys like grouped up to change the perception about the word Ajumma. And like there are like common perceptions about the word Ajumma.
Yes.
And I know you guys are doing the flash mob and dancing to change the perception of the word Ajumma.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with the word Ajumma and perception about them?
So I think perception that's an interesting word that you use, because perception suggests it's what one's view is. So I think that people have different perceptions of the word Ajumma, but I also think that there's some common elements of what is an Ajumma, and that's what we're after, is the common perceptions, which the common perception, at least in our minds, is that she's fierce, not scary fierce, but just like strong fierce. She's persistent. She is somebody who, fiercely loves her family, will work hard. She doesn't really care what anyone thinks, because she has an objective. She's going to go for that sale item at the end of the produce section, and it's the only apple left. She's going to get there, and she's going to take her cart and go straight for it. And that's kind of the iconic perception of the 1980s Ajumma that we have glommed onto as kind of our iconic person image for our movement. It's not necessarily that we want to change anything. And obviously nobody really dresses like that or wears a tight perm, although I've considered it, because long hair gets a little bit hot sometimes. That tight perm makes a lot of sense. And it holds up your visor really, really well. Like when I put my visor on, it just falls. But when you have a curly tight perm, it like fits right in there. So, maybe it'll come back. So we're not really trying to change anything, but we do love some of the core elements of what makes an Ajumma, and that I don't want to change. And I think that's who she is. And I think that's where we all are. We are definitely strong women. Again, not scary strong, but fierce strong and persistent. Thank you.
Yeah. Now we're gonna talk about the future of 아줌마EXP. You like mentioned about ajashis, like the old men. Are you planning on doing that anytime soon, or like?
No, we don't have a specific plan. of how AjummaEXP is going to evolve. We don't have this 5-year, 10-year plan. It's definitely very organic. And even this recent interest in AjummaEXP, we're just so humbled and grateful that people, especially young people like yourself, are interested, because we do want you young people out there listening, to know that becoming middle age is not scary. It could be scary, but it's not scary once you get here. And it's wonderful, actually. It's very liberating. So we don't have a plan per se, but we are definitely very flexible. And Daniel, if this is a suggestion for 8 years later for you to be a part of something, I will not forget you.
I can be in there right away.
You know what? We could put you in the middle, like I just keep training baby, and we can all dance around you or something.
Okay, sounds nice. That sounds great. Yeah, just let me know if you make one, okay?
I will do.
And I know you guys are based in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you guys take some flash mobs in the West Coast. Any plans making another AjummaEXP or coming to East Coast per se?
Yeah, so we haven't been, as I mentioned, we're very fluid, and so we haven't created or put boundaries around an organizational structure, as you might think about in terms of a company or some organization. We have encouraged Ajummas wherever they are to be inspired and to continue to spread the message of celebrating middle age, putting yourself out there, and being great about who you are, feeling great about who you are today. So if an East Coast one wanted to pop up, then we're happy to help in any way we can. It's the sky's the limit. We're flexible. We love to be a part of it, in the sense that it creates a greater movement for the AjummaEXP, the overarching movement. But yeah, we would be very supportive if somebody wanted to head something up.
Yeah, because I asked this question because I was reading the comment of your YouTube channel. Yeah, and there were a lot of Ajummas from different cities rooting for you guys and everything. Yeah, so I thought it'd be fun to toss this question in. What would be the ultimate goal of AjummaEXP? I know you guys aren't like companies or anything. What would be your main goal as AjummaEXP?
My main goal is that it's super simple and basic, in that people have a smile when they see this, and that we're not making fun of the 1980s Ajumma, not at all. We are using that Ajumma, that iconic 80s Ajumma image, because she's so fierce and so awesome. Heck, they just finished the war. She's a product of the war. She went through economic hardship in Korea as it was industrializing. IMF happened, and then immigration happened. Come to a new country, don't speak the language. She used to be a doctor maybe, but come to the US, she has no license, has to start all over. I mean, you can just, it's the story of Korea embedded into this Ajumma, but it's a journey. And so what I would hope that my goal is, and Leanne would probably echo the same thing, is that we want people to embrace being 40s and up, we're in our 50s, so embrace being in your 50s, that just because you're not in your 20s and 30s with super tight skin anymore, life doesn't end. Life continues, and you can thrive. And actually, when you're in your 20s and 30s, you're busy trying to establish something. You're busy trying to be something, somebody. Who knows what is in your mind for what you think you need to be. But when you become older, all you young people, you should know that you're badass, because you've had a heck of a journey. You're here, you're older, you can care less and just embrace who you are today. So if there's a goal to be had, I would say that would be it.